This is pretty crazy to say, considering this channel is pretty much built off of big Ninjago news. But do you guys remember those fairly new blurry Ninjago set images we received a few weeks back? I actually didn't cover them at all, and I haven't spoken about them at all until now, which is mainly just because I was on break at the time they actually released. But regardless of all of that, in today's video I would like to take a more chill approach to things, I guess, and discuss my general thoughts on these really blurry new set images so far. There is some really interesting stuff to go over, so be sure to stick around, and without further ado, let's discuss these set images. So in absolutely no particular order, I have the images pulled up on screen here right now, so I'm just going to go over them, and I'm also going to risk showing them in today's video. Maybe that's going to be something I regret doing, who really knows. But let's start straight up now with what I believe is the Samurai X Mech, which is going to be one of the biggest sets of the wave, and from what we can see actually, this one is probably one of the most clear pictures we actually have for any of the sets right now. You can get a good look at the overall shaping and bare bones design of the thing, and this mech looks really tall. It looks like it's going to be absolutely just towering over a lot of other mechs we've got in the past, perhaps even the Lloyd's mech from season 11. It looks like it could definitely be bigger, or at least the very same size as that one, which is really awesome to say, because we've been getting a lot of good Ninjago mechs recently, and I'm glad they're continuing the trend. Hopefully this one will also be just as good. Now, the colour scheme here is really questionable, I guess. That will possibly be changing in the final product, who really knows? But yeah, I guess I can kind of see some blue there, and then a lot of it also seems to be quite red, which does definitely match up with the OG Samurai X design. So yeah, not too sure how I think about the colour scheme, but overall, as a mech, this thing does look really interesting, and this is possibly one of the ones I'm most hyped to see, actually. I cannot wait to see what this thing looks like once we get full, good quality images for it. Now, next up is the Crystal King set, and no, not the Crystal King Castle, this is just the Crystal King, which is pretty wild. This is the big Centaur build we are going to be getting, and this is a set I will 100% be picking up on day one. We saw another image of it before this, actually, if you guys remember, with those early preliminary images. And this thing looks just so unique, and I just cannot wait to actually get my hands on this thing and see it in more high quality images. The minifigure selection for it also does seem pretty cool. We are going to be getting Harumi, of course, along with some other great figures. This one looks really awesome. And also, let me just say, these set boxes this time around look so awesome. They have this whole purple and black thing going on as a colour scheme, and it works so well. I think it's going to work really well in terms of the Season 2. Really loving the whole look of these set boxes. It works just so well. And next up, though, we have the Golden Dragon, which is presumably going to be all of the ninja merged into one. And yes, you heard that right, all of the ninja as a dragon, which is pretty wild, but we're just going to have to see how that plays out in the actual season. This one is more pixelated than blurry, which makes it even harder to really get a good look at it. But of course, we have already seen the face of this dragon before, just from the older preliminary images for the sets. We did get a look at it, and yeah, this one looks really interesting for sure. So I'm interested to see what it looks like once we get good quality images for it. So yeah, that's all I can really say about that one. Next up is possibly Cole's vehicle. I'm not too sure though on that. I could be wrong. It could be a different set, but for now I'm just going to kind of assume that this is Cole's one. And there's not really too much I can say about this one, to be honest. It's very blurry. It's a big beefy looking car, I think. There's just not really much else to really say about this one. It looks cool, I guess. Perhaps it'll be one I pick up when it does release, depending on how much I actually like the look of it. For now though, I'm looking forward to it, sure, but I'm not that hyped for it, if that makes any sense. So yeah, just gonna have to wait and see on that one, really. And then next up, we've got another amazing looking set. And this is the Crystal King Temple this time. And this thing looks so big. Let me just say that straight off the bat. This thing looks like it's going to be towering over so many other mechs. It almost looks bigger than the Empire Temple of Madness, if you guys remember that, which is a big set. So this one looks even bigger than that. And I cannot wait to see what it looks like once we get good images for it. It is definitely looking like it will have different sections, which is what the set description said, so that's reliable at least. And yeah, although this one is very, very blurry once again, we can definitely see how tall this thing is, and trust me, it looks huge. Cannot wait to see this one. Hopefully this will be another one I pick up on day one. And then I believe there is also a few others here. I could be wrong though. Oh, okay, yeah, so here we've got a bike of sorts. I'm not too sure what that is. I think that was Kai's bike. Maybe I could be wrong on that. Maybe it's Jay's. I haven't actually read these sets listings for a while, so some of my information is going to be slightly wrong because I cannot quite remember, but yeah, I think possibly that's what that is. Could be wrong again though. It looks interesting. It's just your average kind of bike Ninjago set. We also have a 4+ set, which is Jay's Dragon. I believe this is a core set, so not related to the season at all. Whatever, I can't really say much about that one. And then we do also have images for Zane's jet, but I'm not really going to go over that one here because we've already spoken about that one before. And also towards the bottom here we've got another set, which is, I believe, 2 bikes in one. I think that's what that is. That looks interesting, I guess. You know, as interesting as a bike set can really be. It's cool, but well, not really one I'm going to be picking up, I don't think. But yeah, overall, this set wave looks really, really interesting, and I think it could possibly be one of my favourites to date. So yeah, hopefully you guys now know my thoughts on this. And with this being said, be sure to drop your thoughts down below in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts regarding all of this. As usual though, if you did enjoy today's video, feel free to drop a like on it. If you're new here and are interested in seeing a lot of content similar to this, then please also feel free to subscribe to the channel with that notification bell turned on to stay up to date on all of my latest Ninjago content. And with all of this being said, guys, I will see you all in my next video, coming out very, very soon. Goodbye.